What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the 84th episode of the Hot Takes Podcast. We got a very special episode for you guys, as always, as we are once again doing another spotlight interview. I've been very grateful with a lot of the guests that I've been having on for these type of episodes, and my man right here is no exception at all. Let me introduce you to him. From the man behind the Monmouth County Memez and the Monmouth County Memez Podcast, Max Sobrano. Thank you for being here, my man.
Thank you for having me on. This is, listen, as far as seeing the studio, it's cooler in person.
Hell yeah.
I'm a little bit pissed. It's kind of cooler than mine. It is. I gotta work on it. But you always gotta see the competitors, and I'm kidding. See what they're doing.
Yeah, right. No, I appreciate you coming on. We talked a little while ago about collabing in some way or the other, and I'm glad.
I feel like a bit ago. Yeah.
Yeah, it has been a couple of months at least, right? And I'm finally glad it's happening. First thing I wanted to bring up to you when I was typing your names in the notes and everything like that, your last name kept on getting auto-corrected. And it kept, Can you guess to what?
To some mobster or something?
Soprano.
It is.
Soprano, yeah. So I was gonna ask you right off the back, have people called you that? Yeah, are you in the mob?
The
right.
Answer is yes. No, it is. I always if some people ask my name, I'm like, it's like Soprano but with a B.
Yeah.
I'm Italian, but funny, not on my dad's side. So I always think people think Sobrano very Italian.
Yeah.
My mom's fully Italian. My dad Eastern European. So that's what I'm saying. So everyone thinks Sobrano. They're like, oh, he's a fucking he's so Italian. He's a paisan. No, not really. It's 50-50, but you wouldn't think. It's my mom's name. She's Mercuria. So.
Gotcha. Yeah, my mom's side is fully Italian, and my father's side is fully Irish.
Cool.
So last name McKnight. So the MC there.
The MC.
Yeah, gives it away right there.
Yeah, okay.
But have you watched The Sopranos before?
Of course, dude. Fantastic show.
Dude, it's like a sin that I have a movie type of podcast, TV show type of podcast, and I haven't watched The Sopranos yet.
Oh no!
I have not watched it yet.
Well, they got that new movie coming out that's what is it,
It's a prequel.
Yeah, prequel, and I saw it looks sick.
It does look good. The trailer looks great, and that's what bumped The Sopranos up on my list of what to watch next.
Yeah.
So that's coming really soon, and I got HBO Max now, so I'll be set to go into watching that.
You got it on Netflix. I have that in my room, my house, so it's my roommate. So I just jack his shit. So it's on. I think it's Sopranos on HBO Max.
Yes. Yeah.
So you could watch it on their Netflix. Kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Depends what you're watching. If you know the show Sex Education.
Yes. Yeah.
Really into that. There's one, Atypical. That's another big one.
Oh, I heard about that.
There's a fourth season. I'm weird. I don't like watching shit when it's popular.
Dude,
I'll watch it later.
Neither. Yeah, me neither. Stranger Things is a perfect example for me. When that blew up, never watched it. And I watched it last year. I binged season 1 to 3. Loved it.
You liked it?
I liked it a lot. But I was like, you know what? I probably wouldn't have enjoyed it as much if it was so hyped at that time. No. You know what I'm saying? I'm like that with a lot of things. I hate the overhypeness to
and
stuff.
I always want to be part of a show where I want to be part of the hype. You know what I'm saying? People are writing on Twitter can't wait for this episode, whatever. And I didn't do that with Marvel, with all the new WandaVision and the Winter Soldier show. I didn't watch those, even though I'm a big Marvel fan. My buddies say I suck off Marvel movies, but not the shows. I tried Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Sucked.
Dude,
for a while.
Me too.
Two seasons, and then I was
done.
Yeah, no, it stopped.
Yeah. I'm guilty of the Marvel shows for sure. I'll watch that right when it comes out because I am completely obsessed with Marvel and everything that they're doing. You
probably saw Loki then.
I did see Loki, yes.
I heard great things.
It is, yes, great things. I won't even say anything about it. I'll just let you. I'll let you watch it and see what you think for yourself. Episode? 45 to 50 minutes sort of deal. Okay. No, not bad at all.
Because I was just literally this morning. I was just really not in the best fit to get out of bed. Mm-hmm. So I turned on Netflix. I was watching Outer Banks because I know everyone was sucking that off so hard over quarantine. They're new season's coming out. So I was trying to watch it. My roommate was asleep, so I had subtitles on for the first hour, and then I was all right, fuck this, dude, wake up. Yeah, I'm trying to watch this, but I wasn't hooked on it yet, so maybe I gotta watch it.
The new season comes out in 2 days or something like that.
Yeah, it's Friday night.
Yeah, right.
So, not going to be watching that Friday night. But
I watched Outer Banks. It wasn't... It's all right. It's definitely corny at times.
It seems
for
like
sure. For sure, corny at times, especially towards the last episode. But
are you a harsh critic?
no, I don't think I really am. To be honest with you, I like most stuff.
Okay.
But it's funny when I watch some things that a lot of people really like, and I won't like it. And once again, it goes back to that overhyped thing. I'm expecting so much from it. Like Tenet, my co-host Luke loved the movie. Kept on hyping it up to me. Kept on hyping it up. He's like, I'll even go see it again with you. I'll waste money to go see it.
He's literally my old co-host JR. That is literally him.
Yeah.
Like, if he loves something so much, you're like, I will go with you because they want you to feel the same way that they do.
Exactly. And we went to the theaters to watch Tenet, and the movie finished. And he's like, "So what you think? What you think?" I'm like, I didn't like it that much, And I don't know.
And to
really
them,
don't
you're
know.
just a contrarian. You're just like the worst person of all time.
Yeah.
We have one friend, my friend Mike, who hates Christopher Nolan movies, which is just very difficult. Like, my friend Mike is a contrarian. Like, he is one of those guys. He likes starting that conversations. I know Mike. I'll make him watch this. He has a podcast as well. But JR, my old co-host, loves Christopher Nolan. So they'll be at like a party or something, and then we all know every time it starts.
Yeah.
And they'll say, I know some person will be like, "Oh, you see the Dark Knight trilogy?" And I feel like just go into there.
Yes, right.
I do have a hot take, though, with the Dark Knight trilogy and Marvel, though.
Okay.
And I know this is the hot, take podcast
Right.
with you. I actually think the best comic book movie trilogy of all time is not the Dark Knight trilogy.
Really?
I think it's the Cap trilogy.
The Captain America trilogy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I think Cap 2 is one of the top 3 best, it's a 70s spy espionage movie.
Yes.
Cap 3, everyone fucks with me on this. They always say, it's not a Cap movie, it's Avengers 2.5, and I get that a lot. Avengers in the first Cap, it's alright, okay? It's nothing to write home.
He's like a goody two-shoes sort of deal,
Everyone
right?
loves a World War II movie.
Yeah, right.
Everyone loves socking good old Hitler on the fucking shin. We all love that. I understand Dark Knight, incredible. Like, Dark Knight for me, honestly, might be better than Cap 2.
Okay. Yeah.
It's right there. They're like neck and neck.
Sure.
Heath Ledger's fucking incredible. Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
Are you like a big... Yeah, you probably are a big Dark Knight fan.
Batman's my favorite superhero of all time. It is my favorite. The Dark Knight is probably my favorite movie of all time, ever. But I'll tell you what. The Cap trilogy being your favorite is not a bad take at all, in my opinion, because it shows the evolution of Captain America becoming more and more badass and not like just listening to people. He starts making his own decisions and everything like that.
Because he realized the government agency he worked for wasn't what he thought it was.
Exactly.
It was Hydra. And guys, no spoiler. It's like so many years old.
Yeah.
Okay, so fuck yours. I always say that to people. They're like, no, don't say. I'm like, dude, okay, you get like a year. Okay, buddy, you get one fucking year. Then you watch the damn movie. So yeah, I listen. But as far as like Batman Begins, good. I think it's good. For me, I think in that trilogy, it goes obviously 2, 3, 1.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know. Some people like Begins. I don't know. I thought as far as I'm blanking on who plays Batman. What the fuck is
Christian Bale?
Bale. I think Bale incredible.
Yes.
Obviously Batman v Superman and what they were trying to do later on.
Is all I gotta say for that. No. Not good. Not good. Like, actually decent in a sense, but
there's a few fight scenes, but Batman was killing people in that movie, and he's not. You're like a Batman purist, and he's not supposed to do that.
He's not supposed to do that at all.
Shooting people with like guns and like.
Yeah, right. He was running over people in the Batmobile and everything like that. I'm like, whoa! Like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
Like, totally out of character in a sense. Yeah.
Do you like Man of Steel, by the way?
I love Man of Steel.
I like it too.
I think it's one of the best connected universe movies that DC has.
Okay.
I think Man of Steel is fantastic, actually.
Nice.
I think it's really good. I like that. I thought Aquaman was decent. Shazam was pretty good, but I'd still put Man of Steel over that.
Wonder Woman.
The first Wonder Woman was good. The second one was complete garbage, in my opinion.
Okay. I didn't see. I only saw the first one.
Don't even. I'm telling you,
like
dude, don't even bother with the second one. It was not good. But yeah, Man of Steel is definitely up there It's up there for sure.
Yeah, I get flack for that from like my buddies that like Batman. They're like, that wasn't good. What are you, blind? I'm like, dude, aren't you supposed to be rooting for DC here?
Yeah.
One thing I can't wait for, man, is it's going to be a great Christmas present, is Spider-Man 3.
Oh my God, dude, yes. Yeah.
Toby, Andrew coming back. I know it's not. We don't know for sure.
Nothing's confirmed yet.
Nothing's confirmed, but all the villains, dude. This has potential to be
one of the best
incredible
superhero movies of existence, I think, at least.
And a lot of like my Spider-Man friends are like, they're doubting it because we grew up. I mean, you're around probably the same. How old are you?
25.
25. I'm 24. So
okay.
We grew up with Toby.
Oh yeah.
For us, Toby is our Spider-Man. I would like growing up like so. I think though Tom plays the character the best.
Yes. Yeah.
I like Tom a lot, but to see this all come together.
Dude, it would be a dream come true. And I've been telling a lot of people this lately. It's like, listen, there's so much hype on Tobey Maguire and Tobey, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland together in the same movie. What if it doesn't happen? You know how many people would be so pissed just because of how speculated it is right now? At this point, they have to at least cameo them in at somehow if that wasn't their plan to begin with.
Have him like Spider-Man 3, like dancing and hip thrusting. I don't even care.
Hell yeah!
It's fine.
Yeah.
Whatever. Like even Into the Spider-Verse. Did you see that?
Yes.
Fucking great.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah.
So
yeah.
I with any like Marvel movie that me and my friend Jared, like my old co-host, like we always go. I don't know about you, opening night. Like for the 10 o'clock showing, whatever. Like they used to do midnight. I think they stopped that after Dark Knight.
Yeah,
like
they might have
midnight.
Yeah,
but we always see it because with me especially, like I love going. I like seeing the crowd, especially like people clap after fight scenes and shit. You just get to like see an end game like that. Like let's go.
Yeah. It's that atmosphere that you're in. You're just surrounded by all this hype, all this applause, and everything like that. You can't help but to either get like goosebumps or like cheer along with them.
I haven't been back to the theaters, man.
Really?
Since all this is going on.
Really? I think you need to get back in there to at least watch.
What's my next movie I gotta go and see?
I'd probably say maybe not Black Widow, but
Lost
the next
Baby?
Marvel.
That's a memer. I gotta throw that out there.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say Shang-Chi, the next Marvel movie that's coming out.
Yes. Okay.
I'd say that. Otherwise, there's not another one I could really think of at the moment.
Did you see Black Widow? Or?
I did see Black Widow. Yeah.
Would you say
it was good? It was good. I gave it on my Instagram. I gave it like a 7.8 or something like that out of 10. It was good, but it wasn't good enough to break 8.
No.
And I compared it to like the rest of the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
So like it wasn't on par with the best ones out there, like Winter Soldier and whatnot.
Like Iron Man 1 or...
Exactly.
Let me just say, dude, fucking Ragnarok blew the doors open.
Yes,
I don't know if you
did.
like that one, but like Thor and like Thor 1 and 2... A lot of people didn't like him. Like, it was a very, like, kind of flattish character, and Loki was actually one of the best parts of those fucking movies.
Yes.
And then him, like, Taika Waititi directed that, and he's incredible.
He is incredible, yeah. And he's directing the new one, too.
Okay, good.
And,
Love and Thunder.
Love and Thunder, yeah. Ragnarok was so good. I didn't expect that at all of how good it was going to be, to be honest with you.
It had, like, some Guardians of the Galaxy type feel, but also, like, Jeff Goldblum and just... It was funny. Like, that's why people said in Hollywood, like, Hemsworth is one of the funniest people ever. And then in the Thor movies, they really didn't use him like that. He was just some buff guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so. The director saw his untapped potential at the time, and they just brought that in. They added that flavor into the movie, sort of deal, and they skilled it. To be honest with you, they really did.
Dude, I love this. I don't talk movies and stuff on my podcast at all. Mm-hmm. It's just mostly New Jersey stuff, like social media. So this is a breath of fresh air. I actually like this. It was a farther drive than I thought.
Was it really?
Yeah, like 40 minutes.
And you're from Belmar?
No, I'm from Monmouth Beach.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But the problem is, dude, it takes like 15 to get to the Parkway.
Yeah.
It's like a bit, like it's kind of so it's like 15 to get there. But I have like buddies who live in Freehold. Either went to private school or public school. But I always forget like the distance to get out here. But it's beautiful. It
is. I love it here, to be honest with you. I grew up here. I did. I was born in Brooklyn.
Nice.
And I moved when I moved in the middle of first grade.
Oh, so you've been here.
So I've been here basically my whole life. Yeah, exactly. growing up here, basically born and raised in a sense, and I love it here. It's a great town, to be honest with you.
Big.
Yeah. It is big.
You got township, borough.
Yes.
And then a lot of the private schools, like people go to like SJV or.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell you the other names of the other ones there, but there's a ton. Yeah. There is a ton. Yeah, for sure.
Monmouth County, like if it wasn't for Monmouth County Memes, I wouldn't know this much about the county.
Yeah.
I always get flack though because I get called Eastern Monmouth County Memes because obviously I'm from the more eastern part.
Yes.
So I make a lot of shore jokes and I talk a lot about like the Red Banks, the Asbury's, whether the Belmar. I've gotten shit where people are like, talk about Western Monmouth County, like the Freeholds or like the fucking Millstones, which isn't real. My buddy lives there. I'm like, it's not real, dude. It's just not. And I'll be like, what do I know about out there? So I like always like say like it's like farms and everything, but it's beautiful.
It is.
I joke about it. So I actually got a few new admins and stuff on the page, and 2 of them are from out here.
Oh, nice.
So that's I got like 7, dude, on the page. So a lot of kids help me do it now, so I could kind of take a step back, do other stuff, have a little fun for once in the past 2 years. And then so I told them, like, guys, here's what we need to do. 1, because I'm a guy, we need to make more girl content.
Yeah.
Because it's hard for me to connect with girls at some points and make posts about that. And also Western Monmouth County.
Yes.
Because it is real.
Yeah.
Some people might not think it is, but
No, it's out there. It's out there for sure.
We're somewhere right here.
Yeah.
We're not just in like Narnia.
So. Exactly. So that was actually one of the things I was going to ask you, if you had like a whole team that you have to create ideas for the memes and whatnot. I was really wondering if it was all you, to be honest with you, thinking of these ideas. So really what I want to ask you is, what is your process with your team in creating these memes? Do you just list them down and like, it was like, all right, we'll work on that someday or something like that, So
I literally just got these bunch of people. They're like age 17 to like 23.
Okay.
I put on my story, I was asking for people, and I did like a Google form. And I had like 40 or 50 people. I was kind of pissed because I was like, God damn, now I'm going to have to like go through all these people, kind of vet them.
Right.
Because there's even a few that I had on that after a certain point, they're like, we're not looking to do this. It is a lot of work at times, and it's fun. But yeah, dude, for like 2 years, the past 2 years, I started this in July 4th, 2019. Mm-hmm. I was really doing it myself. My buddy JR came on. We have like, 450 posts or something. Mm-hmm. I gotta say, I've probably done like 420 of those, something like that.
Yeah.
So like an overwhelm. But I had JR on to post stuff. I love him, but he was like a Debbie Downer at times. So like, whenever like if he would ever post something, it wouldn't get like this high amount of likes or whatever.
Sure.
Like, what the fuck? Like this, I'm like, dude, it's okay. So there's times he would get in his own head, but he moved to New York, my old co-host, to work for JP Morgan and Chase. Oh. So podcast wise, wasn't in the area anymore, so that wasn't going to work. But as far as making memes, dude, I've really taken a bit of a step back. Mm-hmm. I used to like almost post, like if I didn't post 4 or 5 days a week, I'd be fucking pissed.
Right.
But I kind of got into a point where after doing this for so long, I'm like reached a lot of stuff that I want to do with the page. I guess the one thing is like best high schools in Monmouth County. I'm fucking too old to be doing that. So I said, like, the younger guys, I'm like, you guys can do that. I already did, like, best town, which Red Bank won, best beaches, shit like that. But, yeah, I mean, so the first post, the one the other night, there was, like, the Bradisi guy on, he's a meme. He's a big TikTok guy. Mm-hmm. I think it's Brad Easy, but it's, like, a trade. It's like, I'll give you this, and then you get that. So it's like, Seabright, we'll give you a mural, and then what we give you is no parking. So it was kind of doing that for each town.
Yeah.
And that was the first post that wasn't me. It was one of my admins in this. Sorry.
You're good.
And it got like 5,000 likes. I was really happy because I know these kids were a bit nervous. They're like, because coming off this, and like we have one of the most highest engagements in New Jersey.
Yes.
Like, if you look, like we get around like almost 4,000 likes on each post. And I always talk shit on people, dude. I'm like, you see people with like either more followers or like 30K, but they'll get like 100 likes on their shit.
Yeah.
And I always say, like, bro, I know you brought your shit. Like, because you can do that. Given there is some reward to that, where like if you want to buy 10,000 followers, the big thing with that is after 10K on IG, you get a story swipe up. So for your content, that's kind of big. So I know a bunch of influencers that listen. They'll have like 3,000 or 4,000.
Yeah.
But they'll just the nice thing, they'll just buy like 6,000 to get to that 10K. And it does mean something. Of course, 6,000 of those are fucking fake Indian bots.
Yeah, right.
But so with ours, I've always like pushed that, and I'm so proud of that with the page. So yeah, dude. And like right now, they're like, because I've taken a step back, there will be like times where a week I can't think of anything to make. But then like one night, I'll just be sitting there, and things will come to me. And usually it's like checking other memes. Like I'm friends with New Jersey memes, so we'll like bounce some stuff off each other.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, dude, it's fun. So this new team, I'm looking forward to them really taking over. Because like I said, I'm traveling for pretty much the next month. I'm going to Hawaii and Vegas.
Oh, nice.
As if I needed more time off. But yeah, it's going to be fun. So I just didn't want the burden so much. I knew for a while, like, you ever do something, man, where you've kind of accomplished what you wanted to with certain tasks? And then you're like, okay, like, I did what I wanted to. Now I kind of want to do other stuff. So I kind of reached that point with MCM. I'm like, dude, yeah, this is it. This is not what I want to do for forever.
Right.
Unfortunately, I literally got an MCM tat on my leg.
Do you?
So I'll have to show you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I got that. So that's going to be with me for a long time. But as far as the page, this isn't my long-term thing. I want to make content myself outside of that. So that's what's going to help me, is them.
I would have to agree with you with the whole not wanting to buy followers and everything like that. I am 100% against that, to be honest with you, because it's not true. It's not true. And like you said, there are the consequences where those followers aren't going to like your content and whatnot. Like they're just not. And you're not going to get as many likes. People will notice that as well. And it's like, what at that point, like why am I even posting for these fake people at that point, So I'm a true believer in using the hashtags, which, for me, hasn't gotten that far, but, like, it does help here and there. And, I'm just a true believer in getting real people to follow your content if they actually like it and want to engage with it. Now, one thing you brought up before, you said about if you didn't post 4 or 5 times a week, you'd be pissed off.
So,
is consistency a big thing with you when it comes to your podcast page and your meme page as well?
Yeah, I mean, the podcast thing, man, like, with me, like, I've, especially because my co-host left, so we used to do everything together, and we both come, like, from a video, YouTube editing background, so we both did that, but it kind of fell on me to continue this on. And at first I was really scared, man. I was like, wow, so scheduling people, getting them in. I switched to one camera angle. I see you have 2, which is awesome. So I switched to one, but we sit very close on a couch, and then I could like zoom in a bit. It's a really like a high quality lens, the Zeiss lens. And I did that so the editing's easier, because I knew, like, dude, I like you're saying, I would have an hour and a half long podcast, and I would have to cut back because I'm an asshole. Like, we could be having a conversation and I would just cut you off. So then, but the camera would have to cut. So like in a Joe Rogan podcast, Joe Rogan lets someone talk for 5 minutes, smart, and then he jumps in. But us New Jersey people, we can't shut the fuck up. So we just go back and forth. So I did some things to make it better. We used to shoot out of the studio in Eatontown, but then I moved to Belmar, and I kind of made a studio out of my living room. And it's cool because I like this, dude. You were able to make it your own.
Yes.
And so the professional studio, it was cool. It was a lot of comic stuff, but I really wanted something through MCM. Like, so I literally put up some of my favorite posts that I've ever made, like some of my highest ones, just New Jersey stuff. And as far as the page, yeah, dude, like, if I didn't post or if I didn't get a lot of likes, it would just fucking ruin my night.
Yeah.
And even like, dude, like there'd be times where, fuck, I'm out right now. I'm out to dinner. I gotta post this. Something like this, like, that's what I'm saying. So I've gotten better at that, where, I am a perfectionist. I do, like, there's a certain way, like, even when I got these new kids on, I'm like, hey guys, like, listen, I know what I'm doing, obviously, to get this 32,000 people.
Yeah.
But I'm like, listen, when you make a story, make sure you tag 10 people from that town, something like that. I'm like, it's not spam. Trust me. Like, they're just going to see it. They're going to want to see it. So if I make a post about a town, not only am I going to tag 20 people, because you can tag up to 20 in that post, but also when you story them, make sure to tag 10 people. Also, like, the geolocation. I always put the geolocation. It doesn't even matter if it's behind the picture.
Yeah.
On the story, I think it helps. It helps push it more in that area. I like music on things. So if I see a story and it has a good song on it, I'm probably going to listen to it longer. So these kids probably thought I was crazy, the new MCM kids I got on. But I said, we were on like an hour Zoom call. I'm like, hey guys, like listen, like this is what people have said they liked, and this has helped. So and the new kids, they don't even want to say their names yet, and like they don't want to come out, which I thought was really nice. They said they want to reach like 40 something K.
Sure.
So they actually want to put the work in first, because it's really easy. I've had people that, oh dude, just post them on the page, or they want to get the clout from it, which oh, sorry, I do not. I don't have the C word. I know on YouTube that could, like you say.
Yes, I've heard about that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to get demonetized, but yeah, the clout from it. My friend Brendan was at, he was at Marshall's in Homedale yesterday.
Yeah.
We kind of look like each other. Not really. Not fucking. Maybe if you're drunk. Okay, we look like each other, like two Italian kids. But I used to have long hair. But I cut my hair, I did my beard, and this kid, he was checking out at Marshall's, and this kid was like, yo, you're the Monmouth County Memez guy. And my friend Brendan was about to, like, gonna fuck with him and be like, no, I'm not, but, like, fuck that kid, or something like that. So he called me right after. So I get that sometimes, now that, like, the first year I didn't show my face, but now I have been.
I think it's great that these new kids don't want to have their name out right now or anything like that. It really shows you they're in it for the long run, in a sense. They want to see...
Dude.
Well, I think you need that. You need that, dude. I think you need that for a certain for really any sort of content. You need to be a little bit of psycho in you, right?
Oh,
for
no,
the most
you do.
part.
But I'm saying, like, the people online are psychos.
Oh, that too. So maybe there's a little fear factor to it as well, in a sense. But I'm putting it as they don't want to get that clout yet until they actually feel like they deserve it.
They did something.
Yes, right, until they did something, which is great. I think you found great people then, if that's the case.
Yeah, I'm going to, like, dude, we're going to see. I mean, it's not like, one of the kids left, he was like, hey, listen, like, I just got a lot of stuff going on. So that's my biggest thing is honesty. Like, I'd rather be honest with someone and they, like, are sad or, like, they don't like the results right there than just fucking lying to someone.
Yeah.
So, like, that, and that's why I said, guys, like, listen, if you don't want to do this, I mean, then you don't have to. It's awesome. I mean, it's going to be a great resume thing, especially, of course, any, money or something I get in from the page, I said I was going to get him shirts and stuff, but I really don't do even, like, paid promos anymore, especially during quarantine, dude, and COVID, just because so many businesses were hurting.
Yes.
So I would just, like, fucking shout them all out and shit, and so I literally took that out of my profile. I'm like, guys, for most people, if, like, you're chill, like, a nice business, but then I'll get some, like, assholes that are just like, oh, dude, like, check this out. It's like, most of the time, dude, if you're, like, nice to me and you write something like, yo, I love this post or something, on your next one, I'll fucking shout you out on the story. But it's like,
Right. Now, you were saying before how, like, you tag 10 people on a story and whatnot and everything like that. Is that how you got most of your following for the memes page? Because you have 32.1K followers on that. It's very impressive.
Thank you, brother.
And my thought was, because I also saw on your personal Instagram, it said that you were an ex-TikTok star. So I didn't know if that was, like, a joke or, like, you actually had a good following on TikTok and that kind of carried over.
No, I got 50K on TikTok. I stopped, though. TikTok was an experience. I got to get back on. Mm-hmm. It's like the Wild West on there, though. Man.
It is. Yeah.
I'm sure you know. It's fucking crazy. I'm friends with a lot of TikTok. Like, the last kid I had on, this TikTok creator. But you'll just get, like, banned for, like, the little stupidest stuff.
Yeah.
It's not even, like, horrible, like, content. But if you post something even, like, a tad edgy or, like, even cursing and stuff, you gotta watch out. So I took a break from that, mostly because of the page. But I was having fun with TikTok, and that's really my goal.
Yeah.
Is after this, like, leaving the page, because I've always wanted to make content, dude, for so long. Mm-hmm. And a lot of things are holding me back, whether it's work, but I was always, like, very scared to do so. I've always loved YouTube and loved making that. So the page helped me break out again.
Yeah.
As far as, like, my confidence and the podcast. Because originally, dude, not only did I was so nervous, I was so scared. And I wasn't good, because whenever you start anything like a podcast, dude, horrible.
I agree.
And how long have you been doing this?
This has been a little over 2 years now.
Holy shit,
a little over 2 years now.
I get a year and a half, so you got me.
Yeah. But I have to agree with you on that, because the first podcast I ever did with my co-host, thankfully, not anything major went wrong. But I will say I was a nervous wreck during the whole thing, because like I still had 2 cameras.
Yeah.
I had the audio, and I'm trying to talk to my co-host, but in my mind I'm like, are the cameras recording? Is the audio recording? Like, so many variables to worry about, and it's like something I just had to get used to for the most part, you know.
But even like stuff like, dude, the studio, I think it looks great. Lighting is really important.
Yeah.
Audio, like if people things could look great, but if they can't hear you, if like something's fucked up, and can't even tell you how many times shit has been fucked up, even when our recording.
Yeah.
And we used to have, like I said, me and my friend JR, who you went to fucking film school in LA. So if anything, like I was just self-taught through a lot of this. But there'd be times where with the DSLR, one of us would be out of focus. Like it would be focusing on the mic and not us.
Yeah.
Or the crop would be wrong, or something happened where we use like XLR mics. I think are these USBs.
These are USBs.
So they're
yes.
right into there. We use like a separate recorder, and something might be wrong with the XLR cord, and you'd hear something. Good thing that like in editing, you can kind of get rid of that stuff. But yeah, dude, like that's what I say to everyone. Like they always ask, like the biggest thing, like just start with a lot of shit. Like you won't be good in the beginning for most shit that you do.
Of course.
Like in fact, you'll be bad.
Yeah.
But you got to keep doing it, and like finally, I'm getting there in the podcast where I'm confident. Like I'm able to talk to guests. I realize like I see like the notes and stuff that you have there, but this is just a chill conversation. I used to literally have like numbered notes where I would go through them, and we talked about, we're like, dude, it's not an interview. Like a podcast is a chill talk.
Yes,
so like if
exactly.
we might not get to everything on there.
Right.
But the important thing is to have this flow.
Exactly. You took the word right out of my mouth right there, flow. These nowadays, the questions is really just for reference, to be honest with you. I used to be the same way, where I would be like, oh, okay, so, doing that sort of deal. And like for me, when I was doing that, it's like, this isn't how it should be, like. And I feel bad for some of the spotlight interviews that I've done in the beginning, because it's like, sure, I gave them some sort of justice of giving them the spotlight, but it could have been better in a sense, And I'll have them back on again too, and we'll have a normal ass conversation.
It's all part of the process, man.
It is all part of the process. Yeah, absolutely.
Even in my Belmar house, when I made the studio, like the first few times, I set it up, but I didn't realize, like, for my shot, I basically set up the studio to make it look nice, but I didn't set up the studio for the shot. So then I realized, I was looking at it, I'm like, dude, there's some, like, bare wall in the back. So literally, I changed my rooms. I literally had the camera there, and I have, like, a monitor on top of my camera to make it even bigger. And I literally just sat there, like, had the camera on for an hour, not recording, but I was, like, doing it so everything looked good in frame. And it's little things like that where, of course, for a few interviews, the backdrop didn't look so good, but you learn, man, and it gets there.
Absolutely, yeah.
So,
if you don't mind me asking, what studio were you recording at before it was at the Belmar place?
Before that, it's called a shared podcast universe in Eatontown. So a lot of podcasters go there. The first place we did at JR's, his mom's dining room. Okay. And thing is, he has a big family, so we would do it on like Saturday mornings, and also that he has a behemoth of a dog, a Newfoundland named Newman, who with mics, like a lot of times mics catch a lot. Yeah. So we'd be having our headphones on as well, and you would just hear, and he would just be sleeping and like waking up. But I'm like, at a certain point, you also like, this looks like so more professional. We just did it out of his kitchen. Yeah. So then we were like, listen, and his mom was about to fucking kill us because she like, they was like having people over. So I was like, let's go to the studio. So we were paying for that for a bit. But then the second that he kind of left, I was like, listen, dude, like, one, I'll save money on paying for the studio. Let me make my own thing. Like, I'm already paying rent at this other place. Right. And I want to make it my own thing. So yeah, it's been good. It's kind of more of a party house. So at times,
some things get messed up a little bit. Yeah. Yeah,
I'll just see like one of my frames was like stepped on. Like I had like some of my memes in the back, and my housemate was like, dude, I don't know how I did this, but I was like, dude, it was on the wall. I don't know how this shit was on the ground, but it's fine. I have my surfboard down there too, like in the back. So I was like, you guys better not break that. But it's like a, like Belmar houses. Yes. So it's really just for crashing there after DJs, or like Bar A last night.
That's what I was going to ask you, where you went last night. Yeah. You had a good time there last night?
It's just, I hate going there because most of my friends that I go with are fucking unemployed.
Okay.
so they don't, like, have anything to do.
Uh-huh.
So, like, my roommate Brendan, I'm, like, talking right to him. I fucking love him, but it's just, like, oh, dude, so... And I don't even drink beer. I try not to drink beer because I'm, like, working out a lot, trying to cut weight. So I usually drink just, like, vodka.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was our friend was ordering a shot. Like our housemate's little sister, she just turned 21.
Yeah, and, that's always a little disaster there in a good way, in a sense.
I literally I don't want to gross out the viewers, but I got back to the house and I had to like pull trig in the backyard, and it was like a few times, and it just. And then you feel much better after that.
Oh, of course.
I'd never liked puking, but once and that's when my housemates are saying, like, just fucking do it. Like, you have to. And, we have a big backyard, so I just, like, went outside and whatever. God bless her. We live in, like, more of a residential neighborhood.
Oh, you do? Okay.
It's not like we live on 13th. I don't have a problem saying. I've always said that. There are crazy people out there that want to stab me from, like, north, south, or even New York.
Yeah.
But yeah, try finding our house. That's like a lot of the houses there. But like I'd say 15th to 18th is like the party houses. That's like more DJs.
Yes.
And ours is more residential. So I feel bad. Like there's more families by us. So yeah, that like
I could see where there could be. Have you ever got like the cops called on you for stuff like that?
There's definitely like some odd shit that goes on with some of our neighbors' houses. Like there's definitely like some like drug houses or something.
Oh, really?
Near us.
Okay.
So there is like cops down on the street. We're usually like good with it. We don't have anything like too. It's usually pre-games and like post-games.
Yeah.
So I feel worse for some of my housemates because me and like a few of us are just psychos. We just like come back and we love being loud. Like a few of my they're in like a band.
Yeah.
So it's like freaking 2 a.m. and they just plug in the electric guitar. And
Oh,
I'm like, dude,
man.
there's like people sleeping and they don't seem to care.
Yeah, right.
Someone said that they were like, yo, I find you guys are funny, but if I lived with you guys, I'd fucking kill you.
Oh, hell yeah. Right.
I'd probably kill, like, if they were doing that too. So
my one of my friends, his name's Nick Scalacci. I've had him on the podcast before. He has a summer house that he rents out every summer. For the past 3 summers, he's been doing it.
Nice.
I think this is actually his last year that he's planning on doing it.
Okay.
And
he can't retire yet. Come on.
I know. I told him that, and like in my stance, I was like, "Wow, this is gonna be his last year doing it. Like, I need to get down there. Like I better take advantage and whatnot." I haven't been down to the shore once yet this summer. Really? And listen, I'm not one who's afraid of COVID or anything like that. I'll go out anywhere. I just haven't been down to the shore yet, and I don't even know why necessarily. I'm not a big fan of DJs that much.
You don't seem like it.
Neither
am I.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of DJs that much. I do like Bar A from time to time, but I actually really like Headliner the most.
Love it.
Out of those 3 at least.
Hold on, right here. No, my Headliner VIP.
No way,
dude! I'm such like I'm literally such a Belmar kid right here. Let me show the camera. So one DJ's, another DJ Saturday night. My Bar A. My Headliner. So dude, if you ever do come by and you need like another VIP, I got you.
Oh hell yeah, thank you.
But I like Headliner as well.
Yeah,
I gotta shout out my favorite bartender there is Jersey Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
He's like a pretty known bartender. He's always the man. But DJs, it's just
I think it's you want to know what it is with me? I just don't like I don't like the pack of sardines. I don't like that at all. I get the anxiety starts coming up and everything. Like I need to be really effing drunk to like to be in that scene, and I got to be really fucking drunk, and I got to be dancing my ass off. That's basically those are the 2 rules there. Those are the 2 rules when you're going over there. So
I like DD'd one night and went there. Like this was 2 years ago.
Yeah,
worst night of my life.
Yeah,
because like you're saying, you have to be fucked up.
Yeah,
in order to have a good time. If you're not. No.
You're going to be pissed off.
You're going to be pissed off because, dude, like, the amount of grails getting spilled on you. And that's usually what we do. So, like, Fridays, I don't know. And I used to, like, talk so much shit on it because, like, it usually is more of, like a New North Jersey, New Yorker crowd, like, coming down there and the fist pumping. And I always do, like, the Staten Island.
Yeah.
But now I'm going a lot, and like a lot of people on the page are not for those bars and stuff because it does bring in like the North Jersey Benny crowd.
Yes.
And then they're like, well, why are you there? And I'm like, from time to time, okay, it could be fun. DJs, yeah, you got to be fucked up.
Yeah.
Like Parker House, have you ever been there?
I've been there like twice, I think, for the most part. Yeah.
It's a different vibe. It's like the exact opposite of DJs. Like DJs, basically like juiced up Guidos, like me if I was on roids, which I wish. I wish I looked that good. I see guys in there and I feel intimidated. I really do. I'm like, please, I know if I got in a fight with you guys, I'd get killed. But Parker is more like button downs, khaki shorts, girls wear sundresses. It's just different. So you go there like early on a Friday, which I hate. I don't know how people do it, but you get there like 5 o'clock. If you don't get there by like 6:30, like huge ass line.
Yeah,
which is crazy. I'm like, do any of you like fucking work?
Right. Yeah. I think with the big lines and everything like that, it's not even worth it for me, to be completely honest with you.
You gotta have the VIP card.
Yeah, I know. I know they were doing the VIP cards at DJs, I believe, if you got vaccinated there and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I saw that, I was like, all right, I see what they're doing here, and I'm sure a lot of people did it.
Yeah.
And got the VIP card, and that's why a lot of people are going now this summer.
I didn't get it that way. Because one, well, let me just say this: I feel like DJs giving the vax is the craziest thing. Because if anything, COVID probably started there.
Agree.
With the fun, like it's one of the raunch. I go there a lot, but it is a grimier place. Not just the people, but just the vibe there. I got my COVID shot at Costco, which is probably even worse because people are like, "Did you get a hot dog and a drink with that too?" Like they think it's a fucking joke.
Yeah.
I got it because I'm traveling a lot in the next month. So, listen, I got the Belmar flu last week, so that shot didn't help me from that.
Yeah, right.
And you think I'm like gonna kill you with this virus now, but no, dude. Like my whole house got sick. I was on antibiotics. I'm good now.
Yeah.
I even got COVID tested. I'm completely fine. But yeah, like my friend Brendan, he was in the hospital with strep throat, like a really bad, had 105-degree fever, couldn't break it, and all my friends who visited. I had a bunch of my boys from Monmouth and North Jersey and South, and they're like texting me like, "Dude, I'm never coming back," because we all went to DJs one night, and they're like, "I'm never coming back." It was a fun night, but now my throat hurts, and I was like, "Dude, I'm sorry." Like, I don't know.
You want to know what's funny? It's like, because at my college, I went to Kane University over in the Union area and whatnot, and I was in a fraternity there, and I lived in the fraternity house. And it was like the famous thing. It was like, yep, you got the frat house flu. Like right when you move in, you get sick.
You do.
And that's exactly what happened.
And then
for like a good week. And then you're good. It's like you're immune. It's part of the like I'm vaccinated too, but I think part of the reason why I haven't gotten COVID yet is because I was living in that nasty ass frat house, and my body's already immune to all the nasty stuff. You know.
You're gonna get something worse in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, exactly.
My two, like, I love these guys. They're football players in Kane. They're awesome. They're like the chillest guys, so nothing bad to say about Kane.
Yeah.
Love that. Love Rutgers. Rutgers actually fucks with me more than Monmouth. I went to Monmouth. I'm a Monmouth guy.
Yeah.
But I literally have a Rutgers flag in the back of my studio.
Oh, dude, okay.
They sent it to me. Like, Rutgers Athletics reached out to me and were like, "Hey, I love, like," I don't even know how they fucking found me. I have no idea. And I added Monmouth on Monmouth County Memes, like Monmouth University. I was like, "Hey, listen, fuckers. Okay, I gave you guys like 50 G's a year, and I'm still gonna be paying back student loans, you assholes. And you guys can't." And like Rutgers is in what, Mercer or Middlesex County? It's
something like that.
It's not in Monmouth County. I'm like, Monmouth is the only college other than Brookdale, Monmouth County, and you guys aren't gonna support your boy who fucking went there. So I'm definitely not gonna get a flag now from them. I talk shit about them, but fuck them. At this point, I don't care.
Yeah. What did you study over there?
Business.
Business, okay.
How about you?
I studied communications in media and film. Yeah.
Okay.
First off, I didn't even really technically finish school. I still have like a couple credits that I still have to do. School really wasn't a thing for me necessarily. Being in the frat house and whatnot definitely didn't help either. That's for sure. You know?
I lived in one, man, so I'll tell you right now, I wasn't in it, but I lived in it, so no work.
No work whatsoever.
Mixers
mixers, everything. I was a big pot smoker too, and I was smoking every day and everything like that.
It's legalized now, baby.
It's legalized now, and it's funny because I don't smoke anymore. And of course now, right?
You can't buy it though, right? You have to have a medicinal card, right?
I think right now, yes.
It's not yet that they opened at these places up.
They didn't open up like just common dispensaries, recreational dispensaries yet. But I'm excited for stuff like that.
It's gonna be a lot of money, dude.
It's gonna be a lot of money
to be made.
To be made for sure. And I don't know if you know, like in New Amsterdam and stuff like that, they have like bistros and coffee shops.
Oh yeah,
where you could just buy weed and smoke it right there while drinking your coffee. I want to start seeing those here in Freehold, in Monmouth County.
We need that.
And that's like, I think, is going to be the biggest moneymaker out of any weed shop or anything like that, is like a cafe where you could smoke weed. I think that would be sick.
I mean, honestly, if you know the infamous Inkwell
in
Long Branch, I feel like they're going to be the first ones to link over to that, because everyone who goes there, even the waiters and waitresses, are high as fuck.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That's what I was going to say. Like, you will not see your food in 2 hours. It's banging. But, like, your waiter is so cooked. And it's, like, one of my, great date spot. Very good date spot. Low lighting. So if you're not a great-looking guy, the girl can't see you too much. Very, like, loud music. So, it's not, like, you're so stressed. Like, oh, I can't hear you. Like, you don't say something funny. You can talk about the music.
Right.
But every time something bad. Like, I feel like every time I go, something bad happens. Like, I was on a date there. It was, like, probably freshman year, bro, for, like, 5 years ago. The waitress comes up, spills an entire jug of water, like the thing on my crotch.
Oh,
but it made for a funny thing, though. Like, even though, like, I was freezing cold, whatever, it was, like, in the winter, but it was just... So, a great place. One of those, like, infamous things. Have you been?
I have not been. I've heard of it, but I haven't been. Yeah. Inkwell, you said, right? Yeah, no, I've heard of it always, but I haven't been there yet. But yeah, I definitely have to go check it out for
I'm Monmouth Beach, so I work in Long Branch. So I'm like a big advocate of Long Branch. Actually, until this summer, I used to not like Belmar and all those places. I thought it was Benny Central. Pure Village is kind of like that too in Long Branch, but still.
Yeah. So were you really going out and whatnot, like, until this summer, or what was the deal with that?
I wasn't. As far as during COVID and shit, so I live with my parents. Basically, that's where I am mostly, and then on the weekends, I'm down in Belmar.
Gotcha.
Because personally, I like my house. It's a nice size house, but like there's not. I'd say like probably less than half the people live there full time in Belmar, and then the other people, like me and the other rooms upstairs, they just come on the weekends.
Yes.
So that's what I mainly do. So I live with my parents. So they're like, listen, like, we don't want you going out because, Donovan's doesn't know what COVID is. No one wears masks. So you're going to bring it back. And my dad's like, you're going to fucking kill me. So you're not going to do it. So so I ended up getting, obviously, the vaccine and, feels much better about that. So now, I go over there, but I had a cough for like a week. So they're like, stay there. Stay in Belmar, you piece of shit. Like, we don't want you coming back. So, yeah.
I got vaccinated as well for my family and whatnot.
Yeah.
And, obviously I feel a lot safer without a mask on and everything like that going out and
Which
whatnot.
Which one did you get?
I got the Moderna.
Cool.
Yeah.
Moderna boys.
Yeah. Did you get sick at all during your shots?
The first time, my arm hurt. Second time, very sick.
Me
How about
too.
You?
The second shot, I got sick as a dog. It almost made me regret at the time being that I even got the shot. To be honest with you, I'm a big work guy. Like, I have to be working and whatnot. The fact that I missed a day of work
kills you.
Really, it pissed me off so much. The first shot wasn't too bad. A little sore, but not too bad at all. And thankfully, the sickness only lasted a day.
Did you get it like immediately that day? Like after the second shot, you were feeling sick?
So I got the second shot around like 2:00 in the afternoon. Felt fine that whole day. Drinking a lot of water, too.
Yeah, they said.
Yeah, drank tons of water. And I was just about ready to go to sleep at 12 o'clock. I closed my eyes, and all of a sudden the headache started to come. And I was up the rest of the night. Couldn't fall asleep.
Literally.
I put on the blanket. I'd be hot as hell. I'd take the blanket off. I'd be shivering. Like, I just wasn't comfortable at all. And then my whole body was aching. Severely. And I didn't even want to get up to get like a Tylenol or something because my body was aching so bad.
Was it the next day as well too, like bad?
The next day I was just wiped out.
Yeah.
I was just wiped out, didn't want to do anything, was severely tired, and just slept most of the day, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's weird because like my my dad, obviously much older, he was fine. Like didn't feel anything, got the same one as us. But a lot of like younger people had those like adverse reactions.
Yeah.
My sister, she's in healthcare. She got like a long time ago. She got it like I want to say like January or February. She got it pretty early.
Oh
like,
yeah,
much earlier than like other people because like frontline workers got it.
Yeah.
But then my mom felt sick as well. So like it was just me and my mom who did. But listen, I'm glad I got it because. Now that going out, being around people, you don't know who you're around.
Yeah.
And of course, after getting this stupid ass flu this past weekend, I was like so mad because it always comes up. Like things like I remember, dude, this one time, our biggest interview at the time, the owner of Pliables, this guy Rob Giuliani.
Oh.
He founded Pliables with his co-owner, this girl Abby. So they co-founded Pliables, but dude, Pliables is big behemoth, like $1 million thing.
Yeah.
But we had him on last summer, and I was at this like little get together at JR's house, and they found out that one of the girls, like his little sister's friends, hooked up with a guy who might have had COVID, and we were in the house. Like we weren't around them, but it was the night before, and Jared texted me that like the news, like dude, we might have it. And we were going to do the podcast with Rob the next night. And we were like, dude, we're going to miss, and we were trying to get this guy on. Businessmen, they're always so busy.
Yeah, right.
So we, scheduled this thing months out with, his intern, his secretary to get him on. And it was a fucking Friday night at 8 before he leaves to get on a plane.
Yeah.
And I was like, Jared, if we got COVID from... One, I'm going to kill this girl. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to kill her because she hooked up with some guy who had it. Yeah. I'm going to fucking kill her because she has COVID and I have, so I can be in the same room. Sure, I'm kidding. But, so we literally drove an hour and a half to North Jersey. This is at a time, dude, you can go get COVID tested, right now. Yes. It's very easy. But for, last summer, if you went to go get COVID tested, there was, only a certain amount of tests available.
And you had to be scheduled and everything like that. Yeah.
So we were just a walk-in. We drove an hour and a half to this little town in North Jersey. We got there at 7 a.m. Mm-hmm. We waited for 2.5 hours in line. There was a line, like a bar A line, to get into this place. We waited until 10:30. Finally, dude, we got our COVID test. The place was the raunchiest place. There was dead insects on the floor.
Oh, man.
I literally said to the lady, I was like, hey, before you do this COVID test, there's a cockroach right there. Can you clean up? And she was more scared of it than I was. And she was like, no, you kill it. I'm paid for the shot. We ended up finding out that we didn't have it. Thank God.
Yeah.
But if we did, I was also going to upstate New York that weekend. So, I'm glad I did get it. I know you can still get it if you have the shot.
Right.
But it just obviously either diminishes the how you feel when you do get it or diminishes your ability to.
Yeah, right. And not to mention also, if you did potentially have it and it was your biggest interview of that time, you could have gotten that biggest guest sick too.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So we would have been we wouldn't have just had him on and not told him.
Yeah, right.
We would have just canceled. I would be like, dude, listen, we're not gonna put you at jeopardy because I think him and his wife, they just had a kid, so they lied. She was pregnant at that time, so not even and that's what I'm saying. So it would have fucked up that we were going out that weekend, and I just had the Eat Clean Bro guy. I
saw that. Yes,
they had their place over in Freehold. They're actually moving to Eatontown.
Okay,
they're at Southgate Manor. That's probably not so far from here.
What was the place again?
Southgate Manor. There's
Southgate
it's that wedding venue right there.
Oh, where it is now in Freehold.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. I used to work at the ShopRite Liquors in Freehold, which is right behind it.
Yeah, right over there.
Yes,
on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that big venue. So that's where they're Eat Clean Bro's out of. But Eat Clean Bro, some people, dude, I've been trying to get that dude on for fucking since I started. And we've been going back and forth. But a lot of these people, dude, yeah, listen, they're entrepreneurs. They're fucking working hard. They grew this thing. I can only imagine, when we feel busy, how they are.
Yeah.
Where they have 50 employees. So to get him on my podcast, so he finally came on, a few months ago. And funny enough, dude, I've been doing podcasts about my producer Justin. We usually do it 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
really just so it's less editing for me.
Sure.
But we used to do it for 2 hours, but this is the one time where like I had him on for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and I usually look to Justin, who's behind the camera, and I'm like, is this going good? Should we cut it? And he was just so into it, and so was I. So it was like the one podcast with that guy Jamie G. He literally, it was so inspirational, but just such a good talk.
Yeah.
And curse so much. It's such a Jersey guy. So guys, is it okay if I curse? It's okay. So like in the intro, I had to like bleep, because I usually do that in the beginning, and then all hell breaks loose after. But yeah, dude, I love business owners, but even more, I'm like come from the social media end.
Yeah.
So if I could find people that are able to combine that, that's what I love the most. So even TikTok kids, they're like the biggest new things now.
Yeah.
Instagram pages. But I'm probably just gonna do one more before I leave. What's the date today? I leave basically less than a week and a half away.
Okay.
To go away for most of the month, so that's good. So like it's gonna be like 15 to 20 days. I'll be away in Hawaii and Vegas.
Nice little break.
It is, dude. It's gonna be cool. And I've taken, funny enough, a bigger break this summer from posting. I've taken a step back because my thought was, listen, I want to go straight. Once I not get rid of MCM. Once I take a step back, I'm gonna go right into YouTube, right into TikTok. But dude, I have this fucking house in Belmar. Okay, like
take advantage of it.
I kind of just like, and that's what I see. Like sometimes you need a reset.
Yeah.
And I think that's big with a lot of people because, dude, there's been times where I've taken breaks from the page for 2 weeks. And even though you might be losing engagement for those couple weeks, whatever, you personally need that time.
Yes.
I mean, I'm certain you probably felt that as well, like if you have a lot of stuff going on.
For sure. I do a little like video game series on my YouTube channel as well. And there was a point in time where I was doing a podcast every week, but then I made a 10-episode series on the side before even releasing episodes for the season of my video game season, right? And I'm pretty sure it was right after New Year's. I was like, 3-week break at least. 3-week break. I need to take a step back and whatnot. It ended up only lasting 2 weeks because I was itching to get back into it.
Yeah.
But I definitely need it though, and it's true. You do need those breaks sometimes because you don't want to overdo it, and you don't want to start releasing content that's not as good as they really could be because your mind is just too tired.
No. And it could be your best content that comes after the break. You don't know.
Exactly. It's all about trusting the process with that.
You gotta take that break. Yeah, like it was around like April. No, it was around like February or March. Like I wasn't getting a lot of likes on my stuff. I was getting like 2,500 likes on a bunch of stuff that I thought was better shit. Mm-hmm. So I was like, you know what, dude, I just need to fucking take a break. Like I want to, like I've always loved video stuff, and I could see you talking about that. You did that in college. Like I've always been more video. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, let me just focus on the podcast a little, like not totally, and let me just leave the page for a couple weeks. And I did that, and then I did like the beautiful Monmouth County towns where I would like post a picture of like Hawaii and say it's like sea bright.
Yeah.
And that was one of my biggest things where people were laughing their ass off. They're like, and I did one of like Freehold where it was like the Himalayan mountains.
I saw that, yes.
And people were like, we're dying. And of course there were some older people that were like, that's not Freehold. And then the younger people were like, yeah, we know what he's doing. So that's why I love being like a public meme page, because you always have people coming in. Yeah. Of course, like I can't post like fucked up stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm not like that anyway. So, you know, I do post edgier stuff. But you definitely got to be careful of that.
Yeah. What I did notice was that you have a backup page for your meme page.
Oh,
is it because of reasons like that? If you get too edgy and the account will get suspended or just completely deleted?
It actually almost did a few times.
Oh, really? It did?
Because someone was, I think some jealous kid was just, literally, he DM'd me saying like, so have a couple of your posts been getting taken down? I'm like, yeah, how would you know that?
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, I know. And I think that's the problem with social media, is that you could have people that, you know, just because they don't like something, they could try to take it down for everyone. Yeah. So I was like one day and I felt sick to my stomach. I think I was at like 15K or whatever, but it's a lot of work, dude. You know, all this social media and content creation.
Yeah.
You put, not like your time is fucking precious, but your hard work into it. And yeah, I get a message from Instagram saying, you know, you're getting all these reports, so your Instagram account might get deleted. And I'm just like, dude, I'm gonna fucking kill this guy. I don't know who he is. But, you know, I literally said, dude, like, leave me alone, whatever. So a few of my posts, were taken down and not gotten back up. But as far as, I haven't gotten that, you know, again. So that's good. Just because I post, like, generally, if I talk shit on people, honestly, as of late, it's not been about any Monmouth County towns. It's really just been, like, North Jersey or South Jersey.
Okay.
Just because I've kind of done so much with it where... You know, I guess the last one, my boys are from Hazlet, but they're the one Cane football players. The one, it's like this baby that was like, he was getting born as in the mother's womb, and he was like, please, like, let me be born in Hawaii. And it's like, oh no, I was born in like Riverview, no, not Riverview, whatever that hospital is in Hazlet. And the kid's like, oh fuck. So my buddy from Hazlet was like, dude, I was born at that hospital and I live in Hazlet. So you're literally aiming at me. And I find that funny. I'm like, dude, it's a joke.
Yeah, right. You can't take it too seriously.
Nothing, dude. I'm not like here to say like talk shit on towns. Like,
right.
I eat 7-Eleven pizza. Like, dude,
I know. I saw that too. Now that's a hot take right there. That's a hot take right there.
Should we get into that?
Yeah, definitely. So you think 7-Eleven pizza is like the best pizza around?
It's not, dude. It's not. People like go at me and they're like, yo, you sober get that. I've never sober. Maybe like Buzz is the lowest, maybe a few beers and it's out. But like if you're fucked up, dude, okay, and there's like a 20-person line in Belmar, like a Geno's or like pizza shop, you can go to 7-Eleven, walk in there, and dude, you know, like in your time, so you probably hate me for saying this, but it's pizza, whatever. It's like DiGiorno shit.
Yeah.
It's not like on a plate that's just sitting there hot. They literally heat it up in this oven.
Yes.
And they give it to you.
Yeah.
Given is it eatable? Is it edible?
It's edible, yes.
It's edible. Most of the time you feel like death afterwards. But going in,
it's nice.
have you tried it?
I have.
Okay,
Yeah.
so-
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's bad.
We're out of 10. What are you gonna give it?
Out of 10, I'll put it in the middle, right at a 5. I'd say.
Okay.
I think it's something I'd get again if I really like. If I was starving. And
Yeah.
The first thing I was passing by was a 7-Eleven. I'll stop in there and grab a slice of
Are
pizza.
you a picky eater in general?
No, I'll eat anything.
Okay,
I'll eat anything. I'm skinny as hell, but I'll eat anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. I'm like, I'm not skinny, but I try to lose weight. But generally, dude, I'll eat.
Like anything. Like I just recently tried Indian food, and I love spicy food, so I enjoyed the hell out of it.
Really?
Yeah. Seafood is probably my favorite type of food.
I like Indian food, dude. I can't get. Brennan like loves it, but I used to do valet, so we used to do these private parties at like Indian houses, like mansions. And I would try it. They would ask us, and I'm not a huge fan. Like it was like curry, but there was like that. What's the chicken that in the sauce? I'm trying to.
I don't even know the name of it exactly, but I know what you're talking about though. And it's, you want to know what the thing is for me? Like it's just the smell of it a little bit is what it throws me off a little bit. But it's great food. It is excellent food, in my opinion. It's really good.
Listen, dude, I'm up for it. I mean, I like Chinese food. Yeah. I think Italian food is probably like the most wide range, because you can go to a pizzeria, dude. You can get sandwiches, French fries,
spaghetti,
pizza subs,
anything, pasta,
hot and cold. So, like, if I had to pick like one thing, I'm literally wearing a Gianni shirt right now.
Okay.
The man, like, there was the Italian thing. They have the chicken vodka wraps. That's like, I guess the closest one. Have you had that?
No, I haven't.
Dude, please have one.
It's good, yeah.
It's basically it sounds good. like you know, like a penne alla vodka, but with chicken in a wrap. It's fucking fantastic. It's like I had it because I went to Monmouth and they have a Gianni's right there.
Yeah.
So it was like a big Monmouth thing. Monmouth people, we like there. Nelly's has these fat sandwiches.
Yes, I've heard of those ones for sure.
So
yes.
There's like ones like there's like a fat. Usually frats have their own. Like there's like a fat five side. There's even like a fat bitch. Like there's a lot of them. I don't know how you get the sandwich named after you, but I definitely want to tap into that. Junior's on Brighton Ave is good, but yeah. So you know, I'm a tough critic. I don't love Gianni's Pizza, and they're probably gonna say because I have a lot of merch from them, whatever. But you know, I love wraps. I think it's a healthier option than pizza. So yeah, I like it, dude. You have to try. It's fucking fantastic.
I definitely, and it's right by Monmouth University.
Well, they have that, but the closest one's probably in Colts Neck.
Okay.
They have a Colts Neck location. It's good, dude. Gianni's is it's like it's not. It is a chain, but it's like everyone is like a little family.
Yes.
I had them on the podcast, dude. They're fantastic. They did this challenge for social media, like win free vodka wraps for a year.
Okay.
And it went like viral. Like, dude, they averaged like, probably, 300-400 likes on their shit. They had like 15,000 likes on this one picture where, it's really smart. Like, tag 5 people.
Yes.
And then share it on your story for all these entries. And it went viral. So I had them on the podcast to kind of talk about it. And I thought it was cool because, dude, you'd be like with social media. I always love when I see people doing things in a way to get more views. And you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's not easy. Instagram's fucking hard to grow.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah, very hard.
Disgusting. It's like TikTok's easy to grow.
Yeah.
You could have one viral video and wake up overnight and have, 100,000.
That's what a lot of these TikTok stars say. When it just overnight they wake up and all of a sudden they have all these followers, they have all these likes on the one video that they posted and everything like that. It's so unexpected, and it's literally like a swarm of people just gather all at once, randomly on a random post and whatnot, and magic will just happen.
Well, you know how I got most of my followers on TikTok? So I'm at like 52,000. I got to get back on it. But David Dobrik, I'm sure you know.
Yes.
He's kind of making a comeback now. But he did that puzzle, the $1 million puzzle.
Yeah, that's right.
Where everyone bought it and you put it together, and it makes a QR code and you scan it at the end. And you can win anywhere from 25 cents to $100,000.
Yeah.
So I bought it for $35. Not a great investment, whatever. I won 25 cents in the end. So in fact, as a business guy as well, like, not a good return on my investment. But, I said to myself, I was like, dude, I'm going to make content out of this. I think this is funny. So one day I was coming home from the gym, and I'm, like, pretty fiery, and this is, like, the content I want to do. I was, like, I got out of the gym, I had my pump, I felt, like, confident. I, like, made a video. I was like, you know what, guys, just got the David Dobrik puzzle. I showed him the email. I was, like, on a little green screen thing. I was like, I have such bad luck in life, and I do. I always have to work hard. I never win anything. Like, in anything growing up, but I'm like, guys, here's the deal. I'm going to make this puzzle. If I win this fucking $100,000 David Dobrik puzzle, I had like 60 followers at the time.
Yeah.
I'm going to give all of my 60 followers that fucking 100K. I'm going to give it to all you guys. That video blows up. And I go from 60 followers to like 20,000 overnight.
Holy
Because
shit.
everyone was like, we want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
So I literally, all these messages are like, make part two. So I'm like, guys, it's going to be hard to divvy it up between like 20,000 people. And I kind of made a series out of it. And I would even go on live when I was making it. Funny enough, me and my friend Abby, she's like very good with puzzles. It took us 30 hours to make it.
Wow. You actually completed
We completed it. It took us 30, and we would do it on live.
Yeah.
Because people wanted to see it. And that was kind of where I realized people were weird. Like, dude, this one kid, like, they were like, if we get 100 people in live, so they were like sending it out, can we see your foot? And I was like, there's like 15 people in here. Okay, cool. Like, you're not gonna get that. Sure.
Yeah, right.
They got it there. They got to like 150 people in there. So they're like, show your feet. I literally turned the camera around, show my foot for like a second. Go back to making the puzzle. I get a text from my friend Justin, who's my producer. He's like, Max, check this out. And he sent me 3 pictures. Like 3 different kids made my foot their profile pic on TikTok. And like, thing is, dude, I'm not even close at like 30,000 followers. Nothing famous on TikTok. Like, imagine, that's what I'm saying. So there's like creepy people on social media.
Yeah.
You can only imagine like what creeps do for like Billie Eilish.
All right.
Fucking forget it. Like a girl like that or something, or Ariana Grande.
Oh yeah. For sure.
So that's why. But I took a little break because I actually really like TikTok. I think, it's gotten a bit tougher to get big because they changed the community guidelines. The algorithm's awesome that you could blow up, but I have friends like Duke Gomez is one of the bigger guys.
He interviewed him. You interviewed him, right?
I did. Yeah, I had him on. Like the guy Griffin Lazo, he does like this ski content where he's on a ski lift fucking with people going the other way.
Oh yeah.
But the thing is, like, a year ago, when, TikTok's been around for a while, but a year ago, you were able to post that stuff. Like, Duke posts, like, he'll make, like, react to people and kind of tear them apart.
Yes.
Not, like, a mean way, but if a girl's doing, like, something, a thirst trap thing, or if a guy's just acting like a douchebag,
yeah,
he'll call them out. It's funny, but you can't do that anymore on TikTok. Like, that's what got him famous. But nowadays, if you try posting that, unfortunately, it will get flagged like this.
Yeah.
Or it'll reach like 10K and get taken down. So that, which is sad, because I love that content. Like, I always like reaction and commentary stuff. Like, I have favorite YouTubers like Cody Ko.
Yeah, dude, he's great.
Noel, like Tiny. I saw them in Asbury Park like 2 years ago.
Oh,
Tiny
really?
Meat Gang. Yeah, they came. I love commentary channels like that. Even gaming. I love gaming guys as well.
Same here.
Do you have any favorite channels?
I used to like them when they were bashing on Dobrik when he was on fire, but H3 Podcast, they talk shit on shit.
Rip to frenemies, bro.
Yeah, rip to frenemies.
5%, man.
Yeah, the 5%. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I love those memes. Like if Ethan gave the world that 5%, it's like Metropolis.
Yeah, right.
That was so incredible.
Yeah, I love the fact that
when
it was going. I loved frenemies a lot. Now that it got canceled, and he's still doing his regular H3 podcast and everything like that, and they do commentary on some stuff too.
Did you like old H3?
I didn't know about H3 until they started talking about David Dobrik.
Like, so you just found him on the podcast, you're saying?
Yes.
Dude, H3 back in the day, like, he would be that guy who would call out all the bad content on YouTube, like the pranksters and like Joey Salads and Vitali and all those guys who are just milking views and like literally, and it's all stage shit. His old stuff, if like iDubbbz as well.
How about was he calling out Roman Atwood at all?
Roman
he was.
As well.
Yeah,
he
Roman
was in there. I don't hate Roman.
Me neither.
They had like this some weird thing with a stalker or something. I think in the past year. I don't know. He didn't make content for a year. They had like a really bad stalker or something. He was good. Like they had like a prank movie with them, but Vitali.
Yeah, I actually watched that prank movie.
I didn't see it. That
was good with Vitali. Yeah,
Vitali was in it.
Yeah, and the guy Dennis as well. I believe is Roman.
Yes.
Roman's like friend, like close friend at the time. Yeah, I watched it. It was pretty good. It was.
Any
nice.
other YouTubers that?
Trying to think. The YouTubers that I watch nowadays, as a big movie buff, I like watching movie commentary stuff and whatnot. So John Campia. He's a big movie, not critic, but he always reviews movie news outlets and whatnot. New news that comes out the day of. David Dobrik I watched. I really, when he was in Deep Waters, I really didn't like him. But he's making his comeback now. He's back, right. So I still do watch his videos. Still not the biggest fan. Jeff Wittick.
Oh, Jeff's Barbershop.
Yeah, Jeff's Barbershop, which unfortunately, I think he's going to come back with that soon too.
Hopefully.
Yeah, but dude, Jeff's Barbershop was one of the most... It was like the Eric Andre show, but in a barbershop.
Smart.
It was so smart. I thought it was so good. He's like one of the only Vlog Squad members that could be on his own and still be good.
Everyone else just milks David Dobrik.
Exactly, yeah. But otherwise, that's like... really it. Like I also like watching Marvel movies that I've already watched, people reacting to them, just getting their reactions and stuff like that. But that's like my YouTube life for the most part. Otherwise, I just focus on like seeing my subscriber count and everything like that. Let's see how it is. It
didn't move today.
It didn't move today. Yeah, exactly.
Or even worse, I lost one.
Yeah.
I always fucking love that. You see, like you post a video and you're like gone down a subscriber. Like, it's free to subscribe. Like you hate me that much that you have to.
You're putting in that little effort just to press a button and unsubscribe to me.
Yeah, like what the hell? What is your problem?
Yeah, right, exactly.
Dude, YouTube is very hard. It is a grind. It's super, super hard to grow. It can be done. It certainly can.
Done, yeah.
I've always said, like, if a certain point, I've never really gone full-fledged into YouTube. Like, really, like, try to do it. Mm-hmm. With, like, a weekly video, do... like, whether it's like a commentary, but I could like be playing a game in the background, because some of my like favorite guys, they don't even show their face. They'll just be playing a video game, but they'll be talking about a subject, and they'll show pictures and stuff. So it's kind of twofold. Where same thing with Jeff's Barbershop, like he's making all these jokes, but you also want to see the end of it because you want to see how the haircut's done.
Yes.
Some of these gaming videos, like you're watching them play online, so not only are you listening to him, but you're like, okay, I also want to see how he's doing in Warzone if he's playing well. So that also makes it easier, because I did some of those, where if you only have to do a voiceover. Mm-hmm. There's got Diesel Patches, if you know him, like the most monotone, like so guys, like, we're gonna talk about how shitty Pokemon is today, and it's just like, but some of those guys, it's actually kind of smarter because I guess they're trying to keep their identity hidden because there are crazy people, and at some point you can come out. Like my favorite guy, probably, if you know Penguin Z, or
not too
Moist
sure.
Critical, his Charlie on YouTube, one of the funniest fucking guys, like very like long hair. He's got like 8 million subs, and for years, dude, he like didn't show his face for like first 5 years until he had like 1 million subscribers. Didn't show his face.
Yeah.
Came out, and no one thought this guy would look like that, but he just has the like driest, sarcastic shit. Where he could be talking about, like, you know, in Russia, the biggest thing right now is these slapping contests where guys will, you've probably seen him.
Yes.
But they're doing this, and he'll just, like, he's acting like he's really into this. And he'll, like, look at, like, he's talking about the guys. Like, no, he's looking good today. Like, he's, you know, looks like he was working out on his cheeks. And they even did, like, a women's version of an ass slapping contest.
Oh, my God.
So now the women are, like, slapping each other's asses and see who quits first. And he's fantastic. So he does, like, all this gameplay and shit. But yeah, dude, there's just it's funny how I honestly think that YouTubers and social media influencers from now on and going forward, they're the new celebrities.
I agree. I think celebrity is such a broad term nowadays because you have your TikTok stars, you have your YouTube stars, you have your movie actors, your movie actresses. You could even say like news anchors, anything of that nature. If you're on the screen some way or the other, or you're written about in an article some way or the other, you are a form of celebrity. And it's really because of the internet. The internet has made so many things accessible that you could be a celebrity for many different reasons. Yeah. Famously and sometimes infamously as well, you know?
Yeah, like a sex tape or something.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing I was going to say about YouTube, about gaining attraction and whatnot, I think it's important to find a niche, you know?
You need to.
But I also think it's important to change things up and not do the same thing over and over again. Like, this was literally in my mind the other day. I was like, all right, I'll always have the podcast as consistent content that comes out on the channel. But I also want to get back into doing the video game stuff. And I'm actually working on like a little documentary series right now for Weird New Jersey and visiting weird New Jersey places. I used to do that all the time when I was young in like high school and whatnot. Me and my friends would go to abandoned psychiatric hospitals and everything like that. And I want to revisit that kind of stuff without getting arrested, hopefully, for trespassing and whatnot.
Now that we're older, like, I feel
that's what's hard. So
when you're like 17, you're like invincible. You're like, oh, they arrest me. I'm just
exactly.
A kid.
So my roadblock with that right now is finding places where it is accessible. Like, you don't have to get in trouble there.
The clown in Middletown that everyone talks about, that the famous clown that if you drive on 35, that's like a part of Weird NJ. There's like an alcohol store there.
Yeah,
there's like
I didn't hear about this.
Yeah, no, there's like it's an old Circus Liquors or something.
Okay,
and there's this clown that's been there for like 100 years, and people, like, one of the biggest jokes or things in Monmouth County is that you'll drive by and everyone knows about it. And, like, they're so scared of the clown. Yeah, let me show you a picture. But no, dude, funny enough, I would freaking go to that.
Yeah, hell yeah. You know, like the big statue, it has the face of the guy from like the Mad magazines. And it's right across the street from the entrance to Six Flags. Big statue of the guy. He's like standing that. That's also a part of Weird New Jersey too. So really? Yeah, I was thinking there just to get a couple B-roll shots of that as well. Like, just talk about it for a little bit and have that as like a sub thing to the actual episode of that documentary series or wherever, like the main place I go.
Now, do you only want to do YouTube? How about TikTok?
So when quarantine first started, I was heavy on TikTok. A lot of it, and I don't care, but a lot of it was somewhat cringy. It's okay to be cringy. But it's okay to be cringy. Yeah, exactly. So I was embracing it all the way.
Tell me, what was the cringe?
Here, you know what? Let me just show you.
Now I gotta see. Now. Yeah. Because listen, we all know like cringe, and it's fine.
Yeah, right. So this one, and it didn't get that many views either. 2,551.
Nice.
So a little backstory on it. I have like this indent in my chest. Okay. It's called the pectus excavatum. Right? Yeah. So I'll just leave it as that. I kind of go into like the backstory of it a little bit, make it seem like a sad story and whatnot.
Love a little light. This is more funny than cringy, man.
You think so? Yeah.
There's way worse shit on the app.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I'm just eating a bowl of cereal out of my chest and whatnot.
Listen, that's fucking funny.
I think I'm like my own worst critic with it. I think that's all it is.
Well, dude, most of the time, especially, and that's why, like, dude, that kind of features yourself. So when I make memes and shit, I'm always like a step away. So they don't like it. Oh, they just don't like that post. But like when you make content about yourself, and you post it, it's that extra sort of thing where people don't like you. You got to get past that, man.
Oh yeah,
and I say that with me not having made a TikTok in months because I definitely a little bit nervous. I feel like I need more. I need more of a mental break, but to go back in.
Yes. Yeah, I definitely think you should because it's a whole nother world over there in the TikTok realm. I've created a lot of what I think is funny TikToks like that. I'll share some of them with you afterwards and whatnot. But I was big with it over quarantine because I had nothing to do. Like I was off of work and everything. Yeah, right. I was off of work and everything like that. Recently, I haven't been posting anything but clips from the podcast.
Nice.
On the TikTok. I take advantage of that as well for that. But yeah, man, TikTok's a great thing. I did want to get into a little bit more of the podcast with you on that. So when exactly did the podcast itself start up?
So I guess it started, December of 2019. So I started the actual page like the summer before. So
like the YouTube channel?
No, not the YouTube channel. So Monmouth County Memez started like 2 summers ago in 2019. On July 4th, I made it. That kind of got some traction. And dude, as far as podcasts, it's so difficult getting people to listen to you from like the start if you don't have a following. So I was like, dude, let me get some following first. Like I've always wanted to do a podcast. And once I started to have a following on the page, I'm like, let me do this. I'm going to have on guests from Monmouth County that aren't invited on talk shows. Like obviously real celebrities go on fucking talk shows, but you know who aren't? Social media people, like people who make videos. So like that, I always try to fill a niche like with your content. You always want to find something that people aren't doing, and do that. So around like December of 20, I guess no, like it was 2020. So yeah, December 2020 then. Yeah, or no, not December, January 2020. We bought all the stuff, got it shipped in, like lights like this. We already had our cameras and stuff. We had those, the mic set up. We don't use a laptop. We had the XLR, so I use like a Zoom recorder.
Yes.
The Zoom H6, so you plug that in. It does stuff all itself, like on the side. So, but you do have to connect the audio to the video. And then, dude, I'm 35. Griffin Laszlo, the last one I had on, 35th episode.
Nice.
How many are you on?
This one is the 84th one.
Jesus, man.
Yeah.
Good for you.
2.5 years in the making getting to this episode. Wow. Very close to 100. And I didn't do the math yet of when that's gonna be released. It might be in the beginning of next year or something. I'll be at my 100th and whatnot.
How many do you do like per month?
I do one a week, so 4.
I like that.
Yeah, 4. And I try to keep a constant schedule with it. Yeah. We originally wanted to film it was on Monday. I usually release one Monday morning and I'll film a new one Monday night. And I'll have the whole week to edit and whatnot.
Like that.
Yeah. And if I don't record at all that week, maybe a guest dropped out, maybe I couldn't do it or whatnot, I get that itch and I'm like totally pissed off.
You're pissed.
I'm like, pissed off.
Missed opportunity.
Or like even if I try to get a backup guest or, sometimes my regular co-host can't make it either sometimes. I just be pissed off about it. But I will say when I reach my 100th episode, I'm thinking big break. I'm thinking big break from it.
You deserve it, man. That's going to be like 3 years.
Yeah, right. 3 years. I'm going to totally hype up this 100th episode and everything like that. But then I want to take a big break and I kind of want to revamp the whole thing.
Like it.
Like, I love how in your studio, you guys are on couches and whatnot. It seems a more comfortable area and whatnot. These chairs aren't the most comfortable. We're a little like
this chair sucks, man.
Yeah.
You're making me sit here on this guy. This chair is fucking horrible. Like I'm sitting here kicking my ass right now. No, studio looks great. I dig it. It's fun.
Thank you, but like,
Don't you, dude? You're gonna come to my house. I mean, like my couches probably smell like ass. People haven't had sex. I hope they haven't had sex on my couches, but they like bills speared. Like beer has been spilled there. I mean,
I'm used to that kind of stuff too. So
I
that's
clean
okay.
it, dude. We have cleaning ladies come once a week. God bless
Oh,
these
there
ladies.
you go.
God
Yeah.
bless them. But I don't know how they haven't quit. They clean all of our common areas. So
There you go. But I want to do something similar to you, where like it is a couch,
and you have that right back
and I have
there.
that right there. So what I'm thinking is maybe doing a different side of this basement or whatnot, where I could have the posters on the wall and everything like that, and just do a couple of revamp things. Like I would love to do like sections of the podcast. It's like, all right, now it's time for meme of the week, or something like that, and do something.
Ever
like
thought
that.
about like having someone call in or something?
Yes, I have. When quarantine first started, I did quarantine podcasts, and I'd have people either call in through the phone,
Zoom
or Zoom,
Skype.
or I mainly use Skype to record them. Yeah,
It was just always
fun.
an issue with like connections, and I always hated that because we did that a few times. Obviously, we had to because we kept it going. That was actually kind of we started like our first podcast in front of, we had New Jersey memes on, like because I want to start with a fucking bang, and she probably had like 100,000 followers on Instagram at that point.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get her on another time. I'm like, only give me some of that 300K clout now.
Yeah.
I just saw her the other night. She said, I want to fucking kill you. I don't want to do that. She have enough stress on the page. I'm like, please get on. I need a little boost here.
Yeah.
But what was I even? Oh, so we started like January, and COVID started in like mid-March.
Right.
So basically, we got like, I want to say we do 2 episodes a month. So yeah, we got like 6 in right there. Then that should happen. And then as soon as that should happen, we were like, dude, we're doing this all fucking via Zoom. So we're still in the studio, but had, as if like the laptop was right there.
Right.
And it was okay. I think we did like Gianni's, we had on Broad Street Donut Co. Very good donut place. Desdemona Adalia, this badass. She calls them badass bitches there. Like they are. That's not me being derogatory. She is one as well. Like for started this incredible donut company. Now there's like several chains. I'm trying to think who else we have, but I didn't like it. I like the more in person thing, man.
I'm the same way.
And that's why I texted you. I was like, hey, like, is this definitely gonna be in person? I'm clean.
Yeah, right.
So
that's why I took a 3-month break from the podcast after I did 2 Skype podcasts.
Really?
I did, and I was like, and I basically said it on the last pod I did at that time. I was like, listen, I want people in the studio. It's just not the time for that right now, and I'm just gonna take a break. And that's when I started the video game series.
Great.
I got a decent amount of subscribers from that, so I'm glad I did it.
What video games do you play?
I play Super Smash Bros., either Melee or Ultimate, the new one. Outlast, South Park.
Outlast is that scary game.
Outlast is the scary one,
Yeah, like in the building with the guys like running after you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a scary one. That was like, that game was the worst time for me because I was so scared.
Oh
but it was
God.
one of the ones that like got the best like views on it because my reactions were almost priceless.
Well, that's what got Markiplier famous for Five Nights at Freddy's when he would like be playing those dude. Those literally every one of those series has 50 million views.
Yeah.
Like, because you feel like you're in there with him, and like I always watch those late at night. I love watching. And he's like, like it's great. I gotta check your videos out, man.
Hell yeah, man. I'll definitely send you a link to those too. So I started the video games series up. I got into the TikToks and everything like that, and then finally after 3 months, I came back to the podcast and whatnot.
Are you like really? You sound like you're probably good at Smash, aren't you?
So I'm decent at Smash Bros.
Okay.
I'd like to say I'm very good, but in reality, I know I'm just decent, right?
Yeah.
My brother Jesse, he was just in a tournament in PA for Ultimate. He is a monster at it.
You got to ask him if he knows. So my old house band of Monmouth, he would go to these tournaments as well, and he would just 1v4 us. And it's not even fun playing against him. It's probably the same thing playing with your brother.
Yes,
where he knows like all like the BB up downs and like it's just not even fucking fun.
Yeah.
I don't even like playing with him. So his name's Tom McHugh. So you got to ask your brother if he knows him, because this kid would legitimately go to tournaments on the weekend and literally we would just hate playing with him. So my friends, like, if we ever go somewhere, they have like the Switch, so they would just bring that, plug it into the TV.
Yeah.
But I like actually playing on like the GameCube controllers. I'm like old school.
Oh, me too.
Like,
I have the adapter that you
Nice.
plug into the Switch and everything like that. Yeah. GameCube controllers all the way. It's
I'm
the
a
best way to go.
big GameCube guy, like Mario Party, throwing that Super Strikers.
Super
as well.
Strikers, baseball, fantastic. Obviously, Mario Kart 2
Mario
was.
Kart.
Mario
So you're
Kart.
a Nintendo guy?
I am, and I'm not. I'm actually kind of pissed at Nintendo right now. I think they're actually idiots because because they're missing the mark on remastering some of these great games or making new renditions of great games like baseball, like soccer. When was the last time we saw a Mario Kart 2, by the way? It's like, yeah, exactly. Like, I think they're just missing the mark on so many things that they could be doing, and they're not doing it. They just announced a new Switch. The only difference is this OLED screen. That's not any difference to me at all. Like, I'm expecting like better graphics or something like that. Nada, like none of that. So I'm kind of pissed at them in that sense.
Do you like Xbox, PlayStation?
I was an Xbox guy for a while. I had the 360 and the One. I just transferred over. I have the PS5 now. Yeah. And I don't regret it whatsoever. It's fantastic. Okay. Yeah, I like it a lot. What about you? Are big
I'm
video games
an
with
Xbox
it?
guy. So I was starting out obviously like Nintendo 64, then GameCube. Xbox 360 was like growing up. That was like
one of the all-time best systems in the world. That and the
MW3. Hot take. I like MW3. I played more online MW3 than MW2. But that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that trilogy though.
Yeah, fantastic.
Incredible. Like, even I always like, when I always get Call of Duties, I like playing the campaign. Like,
Me too.
What was like the newest? The newest one I just played.
Cold War.
Cold War.
Yeah.
I played the campaign on that. Even the one Modern Warfare that came out.
The reboot, soft reboot of it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, fantastic. I mean, that's why MW3. That is a sick poster. And obviously, is that original Black Ops?
That's original Black Ops.
Black Ops 1 Zombies. You give me some
know.
Kino der Toten.
Yes.
5. Shangri-La, Moon.
Yes, yeah. Dude, the Moon one's kind of fun, actually, too. I like that one a lot.
Just like the memories of... And funny enough, that was so during COVID, the whole quarantine, me and all my friends, we felt like we were in middle school again. Because no one had fucking jobs. I actually still have my job at that point, but I was really just from home. Mm-hmm. But all my fucking unemployed piece of shit friends who were on unemployment, fuck them, because they were making more, all these people making more than me and not doing anything.
Right.
But it felt like we were kids again, because, dude, we would stay up playing these. And online, my sister would be yelling at me, like, shut the fuck up. Like, she could hear me, but it was just like, oh my God, it was so cool. We even played Club Penguin a bit, whatever. But
there you go,
we were playing Warzone and online. It was like, dude, it made us feel young again. It was weird.
It really did. It was weird, but it did feel like
that.
old times. It was awesome.
That's
and the best part, it's like you're 13 years old again, but now we're like getting drunk on Xbox and whatnot and having so much fun with it. There were even virtual concerts that were going on for DJs and everything like that.
Well, on
Fortnite. On Fortnite, yeah. Travis Scott did one.
Had one.
Marshmello, right? Yeah.
I didn't see those. I mean, I played. I don't know, but I stopped playing Fortnite. This is like back at school, so probably like 2018.
Okay. Wow. All right. I played still here and there.
The problem is, dude, I'm not great at fucking building. Okay,
Me neither.
Like for the PC guys who are like whatever. Like it used to be people were like average at building, but now I jump in a game and you'll see a dude and he'll like the whole meme is that they'll just build like
skyscraper in 5 seconds,
and you're just like, oh, I'm about to get fucked up, aren't I?
Right.
And that's what Fortnite has gotten. So
yes, I agree too. Like I'll play a couple games to begin with. It'll all be bots, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, this is fun. Next game, all right, legit people are playing. All right, I'm done for another month and a half, before I...
But it was super fun. Dude, I would like literally, that was, I think it was like junior year of college. I went through like a bad breakup, so I just didn't do anything for 2 months. And that was once again, like I would just literally play that for hours with my boys on live.
Yeah.
It was awesome, dude. Play squads or duos and... You know, it was just a good fucking time. But yeah, that was when like Ninja, I guess, kind of fell off. I don't know what the hell he's doing.
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
I have no idea.
Right,
I'm not sure.
he was like at NBA All-Star games, like the king of the world. But he got paid. I think Mixer paid him like what, $30 million. Or something?
Yeah. I heard that, but I heard he's back now.
Well, because Mixer
Twitch.
shut down.
Yeah, right. Mixer shut down.
Yeah,
That's
they
right.
went bankrupt. But listen, he probably got the bag.
Yeah, of course.
Do you like FaZe and all them?
I've never heard of FaZe.
Really?
Like streamer-wise, you're talking about?
Like FaZe Clan, the gamers, by any chance?
The only other person I really know besides Ninja is Dr. Disrespect.
Dr. Disrespect.
And I like him.
There's that whole thing that he was like, he stopped, like something happened, like that is he still going right now?
I think so, yeah. I don't take my word on it. I think he is.
Because H3 was covering. I don't know if it was like 6 months ago, but something happened where he ended his stream. Like something happened, and he was just gone for like 3 months, and no one knew what happened.
I think
didn't
he's say anything.
Like he didn't say anything. There was like so many things. Like did something like a sexual assault thing happen or like some bad thing? He's back, but FaZe Clan, they're like a bunch of these gamers. And they started as like COD trick shotters back in the day, and they used to have a New York house, and I actually went to it years ago just to visit. A lot of fans would go outside and like go and see them.
Yeah.
But they were like YouTubers who kind of like they were the first ones who get like a not like a cloud house like they have nowadays, but they were a bunch of gamers who lived together and kind of made content. It was really awesome.
That is cool.
You develop a bond with them, and I've known that, but now unfortunately you probably heard a lot of these crypto scams going on.
Yeah.
So a few of them, the big one is this Save the Kids one.
Oh.
That's very big. And a few of the FaZe guys were like behind it and like pumped and dumped on these things. So a few of them got kicked out of FaZe. But it's just, dude, yeah, basically. So they were like part of that thing that they made, gamers, these big YouTube people, and now like the well-known people. So definitely, I'm surprised that you don't know FaZe. They're probably one of the biggest, like one of those gaming teams. Like 100 Thieves is also big.
I think I've heard of them before. I don't really
Optic Gaming.
Optic Game. Okay, I really haven't heard of. Watch a lot of streamers that much as far as video games and everything that.
That's what's so crazy is that I might think that these guys are so big, but YouTube is so big that you have your own world of watching who you like.
Yes.
And that's why, and that's what I was getting at before is about celebrities, dude. We love the Avengers, right? Okay, it's a bit different, okay? But Chris Evans might have 1 or 2 movies a year. And that's all we're going to usually see him. We might see him on a few late night things, whatever. But these YouTube people, we see them daily upload, maybe 3 to 4 times a week. So not only are they like very famous, they have a huge fucking reach, almost probably bigger than these actors because they get millions of views every day.
Yeah.
But you also develop this like kind of bond with them.
Yeah.
You do. And that's why it's like this personal thing with humans that I really think these, TikTok or YouTubers or Instagram people are the new celebrities. And I think the actors that are able to get on social media and do that, yeah, it's great. But quarantine showed that, the movie industry stopped for months. No one can, listen, I don't know if theaters are true. I think they're going to come back to an extent. I don't know if they're ever truly going to come back. I don't know.
I'm optimistic in the fact that they will.
I hope.
I hope so too. But I definitely see what you're saying though. Like movies had to stop during quarantine, but the YouTubers kept on going in a sense.
Dude, most people more people blew up on social media over quarantine than I think ever.
Yeah, like what's his name? Two Turn Tony on TikTok. I'm pretty sure he blew up immediately when quarantine first started up.
Dude, so many. Listen, that's how like that dude Gomez kid. He said like, and there's that Nicky Cass kid as well. He does like the Italian dad versus his son. I mean, so many people were just like, dude, I was so bored over quarantine. Just like you said, I was bored out of my fucking mind. And, I'd be sending like the videos I post on TikTok. I'd be sending them to my friends over Snap anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm making this stuff and I'm bored. So like Dude Gomez started making these videos and within a year gets 200K on Instagram, 2 million on TikTok. You can't make this shit up.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, I do think it is a lot timing and luck.
Yeah.
So I think there still is time on TikTok for you to get there. You just got to be smarter about your content. The niche thing is big.
Yeah.
Of course, you got to pick the right niche. Got to be smart about it. Because Instagram is just so hard to grow, man.
Yeah.
I know from someone who has done that and basically do it how I grew a lot, the second I made a post about a town, I would get all those followers. But that's what I do it. So if I did, let's say, like a Freehold Borough high school starter pack, I knew that when I asked suggestions about that and I would post that, everyone from that high school, the 2,000, 3,000 people would follow me. And that's why. So that was kind of my way of like planting flags.
Yes.
So I learned about that, especially, I'll make content about North Jersey. People are going to tag their North Jersey fucking friends.
Yes, of course.
That's how it works. So, but dude, it's so difficult. There is an explore page on Instagram, but it's not like TikTok.
No. Yeah, right.
Where you could wake up and have 100,000 people see it.
Yeah.
So 100%. That's why, I wish YouTube was like that.
Yeah, 100%. You know that YouTube started doing, I think they call them shorts now. It's like their way of copying TikTok in a sense. Yeah. I saw
like
that
Instagram Reels.
too. Just like Instagram Reels. Yeah. So, I think they're all trying to adapt in their own way. But at the same time still being their own thing. You know what I mean? So one of the last things I'll ask you here is,
sure.
What is like what do you want your future to be with creating content and whatnot? Like, do you have anything planned right now? And you don't have to necessarily say what you got planned. You might want to keep it behind the curtains for right now, but do you have anything planned for the future as far as different content besides the podcast and other stuff that's going on?
Yeah, dude, I love this question because, I don't think I have a definite answer on what I want to do. I know I want to make content, whatever that is. I like commentary stuff. I find it funny. I think I've always been one to like, I never like judge creators. I always like judging content because someone can be a great person or a bad person, but if they make like bad content like that's what I don't like, because I'd rather someone blow up with good content who puts a lot of effort into stuff.
Sure.
So those are always like, dude, H3 has been one of my role models, seeing him do that for years. Cody Ko, another one, like guys like that. There's and there's a bunch of others. And dude, it's not easy. And the thing is, you kind of have to make your own way of doing it because you got to give people a reason to watch your shit over someone else's.
Right.
Like for someone to watch this podcast, it has to entice them enough not to want to watch Outer Banks on Netflix.
Right.
Or like a full movie. So that's the way. So I don't know exactly what. I do know that at a certain point, like once I feel confident enough in a lot of these new people, these admins on the page, then I'm really going to, full-fledged go into this. I think this Hawaii and Vegas thing, I'm going to be more off my phone because you probably know these things are very addicting.
Yes.
And especially, dude, funny enough, whenever my friends will say, like, dude, are you ever on it? Like, whenever I drink, I stay so far away from, like, my pages and stuff. Because not that I'm, like, thirsty or just go after people, but it's just, like, I don't know. I look at it as my break.
Yes.
So I always, like, hate when people are like, oh, I have to, like, post about this. So I'll maybe post, like, one picture of a Bar A Tuesday when I'm, like, first there. And then I'm like, I am not answering that at all. I'll be on Snap, to message my friends and shit.
Yeah.
So, dude, I'm looking forward to whatever it is. I know I can do it. I know what I've learned from MCM. And, dude, here, I'll show you the fucking tat right here. I'll show it. I just got this, like, last month.
Oh, nice.
So I like tats, and I want to get a few. So I was like wondering what to get, and so you guys can see as well right here.
Yeah.
I could even whatever. But it's I've been meaning to get something like that. So I was like, what means a lot to me? And funny enough, I didn't even know this. You know Lil Peep, the artist?
Yeah.
So I love him. He's probably one of my like top 5 favorite artists. I mean, some of his songs are like my favorite shit ever. But he actually has MCM tattooed on his body. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck does that mean? It actually means 1900 in Roman numerals. And then me and Lil Peep actually share the same birthday, literally, and the same year, November 1st, 1996. And it's weird. Like, I learned this after being a fan of him. And also we had the same tat. So it's just kind of weird on how it's done. So, of course, MCM has been an awesome thing, dude. And it's opened... forget like the doors it's opened up, because obviously I met a lot of great businesses. I've met a lot of great influencers, and my biggest thing is that when I get them on the page, dude, I ask them questions that I think, like, that one I find interesting, because a person that has 1 million on TikTok they're not idiots. Like, these guys know what they're doing with the algorithms.
Yes.
They know the hashtags. They know the song. They know how long they should make a video that, you got to grab someone in that video in the first 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Or they could do this and just go. So I have people on, I'm like, dude, like, what, like, and like I ask them those questions, or any girl. So I feel like I've garnered enough for my followers and for the fans of MCM that I want to give it a stab myself. And dude, guess what? If it works, awesome. If it doesn't, you just don't want to have any regrets.
Yeah.
Listen, we're getting old here, man. We're getting to a quarter life crisis.
That's
right.
right. That's right. Yeah.
We're gonna start being in a fucking walker. After this summer, I'll be in like I'll be in. I was gonna say dead, but I don't know. You gotta come out to Belmar though, dude. Seriously.
No, definitely. I definitely want to. Definitely before the summer ends, for sure. I want to get down
concert
there.
at the house. I might get evicted on Saturday, so I'll let you know. I don't want to like give you the invite and be like, man, actually, I'm coming through the bar. I'm like, dude, I'm actually home, Miles Beach. So it didn't work out. We're having a concert. It was my buddy's birthday. So we kind of started talking to the neighbors, and we're like, hey, we're going to have some friends over. And, because, like I said, we live on a family street.
Yeah, right.
So it's one thing, like, if you go to 18th Ave, it's like a frat row.
Yeah.
Like, at a big party school. Like, every single house is just fucking all people our age getting fucked up. But 13th Ave is more like nicer houses, little kids and walking dogs. So, we're going to have a little concert. We'll see how that goes.
All right.
But yeah, dude, thanks for having me on.
Dude, thank you for coming on. I appreciate it.
This is so cool. I'm going to put this on the MCM story before I go.
Okay, word, nice.
I'm so happy I came because I see like some of the posters and shit, dude, and I'm so like,
hell yeah.
Get ready for Suicide Squad 2 came out or no?
It didn't yet, but it's coming out very soon, and it's getting amazing reviews.
You got high hopes? I think James Gunn is going to do a good job.
Yeah, dude, I think he's going to do a great job. Yeah.
But, you play the guitar, by the
way? I do, yes. I've been playing since middle school, actually.
Oh, shit, so you're nice.
I'm decent, I'd say. I'd say I'm decent with it, yeah. This here is the Eastern State Penitentiary in Philadelphia when we visit there.
Waiver for?
You actually do have to sign a waiver for that, yeah.
Have you been?
I have been. I've been there a couple times. It's a lot of fun.
Is it scary?
It was scary the first time. And then it got old for
Is it
me.
like the same tour, so like you knew where the scares were?
Not necessarily that. I think it just lost its touch for me. That's just me though. I'm not too sure. One of my favorite DJs right here, Chami, the freaking man. One of my favorite DJs of all time.
I've heard of him.
He's been around for a while. He's been around for
because I've been at Irving Plaza, of course, in New York City.
Yeah.
It's like Webster Hall as well. Like they're nice venues. They're good sizes.
Yeah.
That's it. Do you have another favorite? Because I love DJs and stuff.
So I'm actually big with dubstep nowadays, right? So I was actually supposed to go to a Subtronics concert this past weekend. Ended up getting canceled because someone from their crew got COVID and they canceled the whole show, which sucked. We couldn't cancel our Airbnb. So we ended up still having a good time.
Yeah,
we went to Philly for the day. We were right on South Street.
Okay.
So we visited a whole bunch of smoke shops, like hippie shops. Like my boy bought a singing bowl.
Oh, really?
we visited a record shop and whatnot. And then we ended up still going to the same venue that night for a private family and friends party we were invited to. My boy DM'd the owner, was like, listen, like, I know you guys canceled Subtronics tonight. Like, you guys have to have something is going on for your. It was their grand reopening since COVID.
So they have.
So like, you have to be doing something. Lucky enough, we got a DM back and we went there. It's not a lot of people, but still great music, good people and whatnot. We had ourselves a day and it was fantastic. Yeah.
Because I like as far as dubstep, like Dead Mouse is considered.
Yeah.
Like
Dubstep and something else. Not trance, but I think another genre with it too. I'm not too sure what to name it.
Yeah, because like, dude, the Velvet is sick. What's that? Like his main fucking song that like you have to listen to the long version of it. Oh my god, what? I'm like gonna blank on this because I'll listen to it and it's just like the most trance type shit.
Oh, is it Tipper?
Oh, hold on, let me see. No, it's like what if it was his main one before we. Of course, having T-Mobile is not the. I just had.
I'm
this
with you
open.
there, man.
You have T-Mobile as well.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Fucking ass. And they're saying, they're like, yo, we just bought Sprint.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think my shit got worse. Okay. Like, what do you mean? You're like, it's better now. They're showing like the US and like how much service they have.
Right.
Yeah, my ass, dude. Oh, Strobe. Like just the regular, like his main song. But dude, if like you ever listen to like Strobe long edit, it takes like so long to build up.
Yes.
Oh my god. Not everyone loves that. I mean, as far as I guess I like dubstep, but as far as DJs, my favorite. I mean, I think I like Alesso's up there.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Marshmello. Mm-hmm. Very commercialized, of course. Like very well known.
Yeah. Right.
Millennium.
Okay. Yeah. No. All good DJs right there.
So that's your favorite type of music?
As of right, that's a good question.
It's hard. It's a hard question.
It's a hard one. I think I'd have to go with classic rock. Will always be my go-to. Who's your favorite? I love the Beatles. AC/DC. I love the Doors.
Okay.
Green Day. I know a lot of songs on the guitar from Green Day. I think some of them are classics like Holiday and
Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
Yes, and what's the one? I can't think of the name of it right now.
They're like, what is the
first song I ever learned? Pitchfork in the Road or something like that.
Okay,
I think that's the name of it. But I
love alternative, man. So alternative is like probably my shit. Is like first off, and like MGK's new album.
Okay.
Just killer. I'm getting into vinyls now, so like my buddy got me one, and then I had to buy the player or like the vinyl player, and now I'm just like, it's the worst hobby ever buying because it's so expensive.
Yeah.
And a lot of these new albums, like the MGK one, is $300 for.
Oh my god.
Yeah, right. Like go fuck myself, dude. But I really want it because it's like my favorite album of the year. And I always like Machine Gun Kelly. Obviously, a rapper, but he has like Travis Barker on there and Youngblood. It's just really fucking great. So that like your old Jimmy Eat World.
Okay, yeah,
is very good. Blink 182.
Oh, of course.
You really can't go wrong. My now favorite right now is this band Bad Sons. Do you know them?
No.
Very good. I'll have to play something before I go for you.
Sure.
I literally got my buddy on it, and he's begging me. He's like, dude, we're going to a concert in NYC. So that's my favorite thing. But dude, music is just fucking fan. I always hate that I have no musical talent. And I always go to I just went to a show for Luya at the House of Independence, this Monmouth County artist. And I'm just looking at it, and not only are the guys looking at the people on stage like they're gods, but the girls are too.
Oh yeah.
It's just there's something about it. That's why the band's playing this weekend, and my friend it's their first time playing as a band. So they're a bit nervous, but I'm just going to drink and get fucked up at it. So they could do whatever. They could be playing horrible.
Yeah.
And I'll just, have MGK in one ear. It's fucking fun.
Vinyls are coming back. They're making a big comeback. Yeah, they are.
It's a great, supposedly the best way to listen to music. It's the most pure way. It sounds, what do they say? When it's on your iPhone, it's compressed.
Yes.
It doesn't sound that great. So yeah, I have it at my house. So I have that. What else? I just got Fall Out Boy's first, their first greatest hits album, Believers Never Die. Love Fall Out Boy.
Yeah, me too.
Can't beat them. So yeah, dude, that's why. That's why it depends on the bar you go to. But Parker House plays all that early 2000s or some 90s alternative.
I love that.
So people are just in there, you'll hear Africa come on, Toto and. Same thing. J-Max is like that as well.
Oh, J-Max I love too. I've been there a whole bunch of times.
It's just, it's the vibe. Of course, you go to Porta, you're going to hear your EDM.
Yes.
It's good. But there's nights for that. Not every night do you want to be...
Yeah.
Sometimes you just want to be drinking a beer and have a pizza.
Yes, exactly.
Hear the Killers.
Yeah.
So, right.
Hell yeah, man. All right, dude. We'll close it up right now. If you want to just plug in wherever they could find you.
Of course, man. And the second this comes out, send me the stuff, post it on MCM and everything. But guys, of course, follow at Monmouth County Memes with a Z, not an S. Some fucker took S, but who cares? Because Monmouth County Memes with an S has 2 followers. But Monmouth County Memes, thank you for saying 32K. Awesome.
Hell yeah.
Our podcast, at the MCM Podcast, my personal... you really don't. You could find that if you go through the pages, but I'm not going to give that out. I have like a fake name on there, so people won't kill me.
There you go. Smart. Smart.
And even more, I won't even tell you my TikTok thing. So if you really find that, you're a savage.
Hell yeah.
But Frank, thanks for having me on.
Of course, man. Thank you for coming on.
This is I'm like getting a lot of like. I love this. Like, I see this. You did a great job at the studio.
Appreciate it.
Love the setup.
Thank you, man.
The lighting looks awesome. The vibe is cool.
Hell yeah. I always love hearing the feedback like that. That's awesome. Especially from a big content creator like yourself.
So we understand the craft.
Yes, exactly.
Mistakes happen. We keep going on.
Hell yeah.
Guys, podcasting is awesome.
All right, guys, if you like this episode, make sure to like, subscribe, and share, and also follow us on Instagram at Podcast with Frank. I'll be posting clips of this podcast along with other projects I'm working on for you to check out. We're also on Facebook and Twitter at Frank_videos, so check us out there. And with all that being said, have a great night. Peace out.
Our mission is basically just to inspire people through sports. So my whole life I've played sports, and it's been a huge motivator for me. And I have cerebral palsy, so like my whole life I've had people be like, "Hey Ryan, like it's so cool that you're doing this with CP. Like CP is a brain condition where my brain doesn't tell my muscles what to do correctly. So when you guys walk, when people without CP walk, they walk heel toe. There's nothing in my brain telling my body to do that. So I have to like think about it, and just a neuromuscular condition.
Right.
So when I play sports, like everyone would be like, "Wow, you're playing sports. It's pretty crazy." In my head, it was nothing because it's something I always loved, right?
Exactly.
So everybody would be like, "Wow, it's pretty inspirational." And I was like, "What if I could point people to like inspirational stuff that I saw and positive stuff?" Our mission down the road is to not only be able to help people through our content, inspire people through our content, but to help them get adaptive equipment and things like that.